Alright, so I'm working with the Honda. This is a cheap eBay Chinesium timing belt that I put on when we put this motor in. And we had to do a head gasket on it a while back, and the blue spots wore off, but the rest of it looked pretty darn good. But she just decided to fracture when he was accelerating going onto the interstate. So as you know, these are interference engines, so it doesn't bid well that the pistons didn't hit the valves. However, I found on these little Hondas, sometimes they don't, or they just have a little bit of a misfire afterwards and you can still drive them. So I got the new timing belt on. We're gonna go ahead and just start it up here and see if it runs. This will be the first time. My son's car is a mess. He doesn't ever clean it. Okay. Well, it runs. You got just a bit of a miss at idle. Not bad. Really, that miss is going away now. You can hear just a little tapping. Coming from this valve cover. It's just a little tapping. We got a valve that's just a little bit bent. But my experience is, if they're just a little bent, you just drive them and they'll straighten themselves back out eventually and start to seal really good again. So this one now lives to die another day. I will go ahead and get a head pulled in an LKQ so that we can replace that at some point. But right now I'm going to put it back together and let him drive it and see how it goes. I just got to put all this back on. I just put it together enough to fire it up and see if it works, to see if I was going to have to pull ahead or not. Yeah, I'm not going to. Sweet. So yeah, these will sometimes live. Even though he was accelerating, pulling onto an interstate, it's going to live to die another day. So I'll get her all put back together and get this back to him.